Before I finished speaking, she downed the half-full glass of wine and flopped onto the couch. I lifted the empty glass of wine from her limp grasp and set it on the coffee table. "Why did you say that about Cash?"
"Because it's 8 o'clock.
I waited some time for her to continue, but she didn't. "What does that have to do with anything?" I asked.
"If it wasn't for him," she muttered, "I'd be riding Tito's dick right now. Dollar Bill stole my dick. He's a thief."
I sat down across from her. "You don't know that you'd be riding anything." She gazed blankly at me. Inch by inch, her body leaned to the side until she was flat on her back. She gazed up at the ceiling.
"You can't prove that I wouldn't be."
I studied her. Her dress was covered in orange handprints. "Your dress is filthy," I said. "What have you been doing?" She lifted her head and looked herself over.
"Drinking wine."
Upon seeing the neon-colored filth, she brushed her hand against her dress a few times.
"And eating Cheetos."
"You're covered in orange dust," I said with a laugh. She stared to the ceiling.
"I ate a whole bag. I was too sad to get a napkin."
"I'm sure he's still going to be interested in you when the swelling goes down," I said reassuringly. "You'll probably be out with him tomorrow, this weekend for sure." She tilted her head to the side and gave me a glassy-eyed look.
"It's broken."
"What's broken?"
"His jaw."
"Tito's?" I gasped. "It's broken?" She shifted her focus to the ceiling.
"In 2 places."
"Oh, wow. Don't they have to wire it shut or something?"
"They already did. They're checking it in 2 weeks, but it sounds like it'll be 6 before they unwire it. Oh, he's on a liquid diet, and he's got to carry wire cutters in his pocket just in case he needs to vomit."
I wrinkled my nose at the thought. Why would he need to vomit?
"If he's as sad as I am, he'll probably vomit tonight. I'm sure I will, sooner or later. I'm devastated. I'm sure he is too."
That really sucks. Cash must have hit him pretty hard. She tilted her head to the side. Her eyes caught up with her a few seconds later.
"You were standing there. You saw it,"
she said, her tone thick with sarcasm.
"He knocked him all the way across the driveway."
"Yeah, he kind of did."
"Have you heard from Dollar Bill?" she asked.
"Not since they left." She obviously had Tito's phone number, or she couldn't have found out everything she knew about his condition. I, on the other hand, didn't have Cash's number. I found it odd that we hadn't exchanged numbers, but I didn't want to overstep boundaries and ask him to do something that made him uncomfortable either. She pinched the hem of her dress between her thumb and forefinger and lifted it off her thighs.
"I don't have on any panties."
I coughed out a laugh. "That's kind of random." She wafted the hem up and down.
"I was going to wear this tonight."
"You were going to wear that? On the motorcycle?"
"If I got my way, we never would have left the house. I was going to lure him inside with the cleavage. We were going to fuck until he was hungry, and then I was going to feed him a pussy sandwich."
I scrunched my nose. "A pussy sandwich?" She glanced back at me.
"You know what I mean."
"Sounds like you had it all planned out." She forced a sigh.
"I did until Dollar Bill fucked it up."
I was reluctant to try having a meaningful conversation.